guys, it's another story. This is from Summer again. It's the third story that she sent us, and we were talking on Messenger because we are now friends, and this is how the messages developed. Alright, this is Summer's own words. Here is the story. I don't live there anymore. I had to move as my husband passed away suddenly. It was an interesting area, and the house we lived in was all kinds of haunted. This could be maybe another story in the future. This story happened in Preble County, Ohio, on a road where we lived. In the spring of 2008, our neighbours were letting their daughter and husband build a house on their property, which is on the corner up the road from our house. My son Austin and I would take our dogs walking late at night. While we were walking up the road, we sometimes discussed how the building of our soon-to-be neighbour's house was coming along. It was very pretty, but something seemed off about it, almost evil about it, even though it wasn't finished. On this particular night, we were walking towards a house on the road, and there were several big mountains of dirt piled up in the field next to the house. Our porch light was on and shining towards the mound of dirt, so there was just enough light to see the field. I glanced over towards the mound of dirt, and I saw the outline of a man with an old-fashioned square hat on like they used to wear in the late 1800s, and looked like he was wearing a long coat like a black duster. I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me, but then I saw him move, and I know it was a man. At the same time, I grabbed my son's arm and said, "What the hell is that?" He wasn't looking where I was, and he said, "What is wrong?" And then he said, "Look at the sky." And we both saw this weird flash of light. It wasn't a shooting star, just a big flash almost at the same time as I saw the shadow man. I told Austin about the man, and he said, "Well, I didn't see him. There's definitely something weird going on here." We walked back to our house and had a few drinks. I was shaken up about the whole experience. Now the neighbour's house is finished, but I still don't have a good vibe about the place. In fact, visitors who came to our house would comment on the new home across the street, usually by saying that it looked nice, but there's just not something right about it. We also noticed that no bunnies or animals go into our neighbour's yard. They will actually walk down the road and then go to another field, yet they come into our yard all the time. There's something wrong over there. Not even the birds would go into the yard. I then replied to Summer. I said, "Wow, that's very interesting. Did anyone move in there?" She said, "That's a whole story in itself. There was a lot of bad luck that went on there. The guy got arrested and went to prison for a while. He was selling drugs to afford the house. He finally got out and told my husband that the builders said they had never had so many problems before as while they were building that house." I then replied, "Wow, that's interesting again. Was it a burial ground or anything there?" She said, "I'm not sure about that, but we did find arrowheads there." And I then replied, "Okay, maybe there's a link then." And she said, "Yes, maybe. Our house was there next to it, and it was very scary." And Summer did also mention before this that she found it very difficult to talk about this because it was quite, I don't know what the word is really. It's quite scary. I don't know if scary is the word. Traumatic maybe, I don't know. She did find it a bit hard to talk about. She did say that as well before the story that I've just read to you. So there we are, guys. Let me know what you think. I find it very fascinating. Maybe you know of places like this. I bet we all do if we really think about it. If you do, please let us know, because at the moment that's my last story. I've got no more to read you until I get some more new ones come in, and may have some more experiences myself, I'm not sure, but at the moment this is my last story until we get some more in. So if you've got anything to send to us, please let us know. Until next time, bye for now.